Florentine, Lydia, Hideka, and Emma have just started going to concerts. They like the idea of dressing up, love the Walt Disney Concert Hall, and learning about classical music.
I never knew Los Angeles had something like this. You feel like you're in another world when you come in here. You're not in Los Angeles, the big crazy city where everyone's out and about. When you're in here, it's just a different environment.
There is so much passion in music that you don't normally see on a day-to-day basis, because nowadays all you hear is rap and hip-hop and R&B. You don't see people that appreciate this type of music anymore. You could feel his emotion through his hand movements, and since we were sitting watching him and his facial expressions and how he portrayed his feelings and, you know, communicated it to the orchestra, was just amazing to watch. There's just no words to express it.
And that just makes the music even better, and what he's trying to portray through his conducting is just amazing, because I think he's connecting with the composer as well.
In the mid-90s, Esa-Pekka was the artistic director of the Helsinki Festival, a month-long celebration of music and the arts. Financially, it was a flop, but aesthetically, it has never been topped. People still talk about it. We caught up with him in Helsinki, but didn't get a chance to talk to him. He was so busy. He was there to conduct a piece by his old friend, the composer Kaija Saariaho. Peter Sellers, the director, was there too.
First of all, I have to say it's an incredibly strong work, very strong, and even in terms of Kaija's output, this is one of the very best pieces she ever wrote, in my opinion. Why? We don't really know, ever, do we? I mean, if I knew, I wouldn't be sitting here. I would be consulting around the world, you know, earning some serious money from. What I felt right away when I got the score last year, and I lived through it, and I thought, okay, now Kaija is operating within a theme and material that is very close to her. A very extreme person's, woman's music about an even more extreme woman. And this I mean in a very admiring way. So I like it.
From your personal point of view, to us who will come to see and hear the performance tomorrow or on Saturday, how would you advise us to prepare ourselves? Kuinka ehdottaisitte ja minkä ohjeen antaisitte meille, kuinka valmistaudumme esitykseen huomenna tai lauantaina?
Siinä ei ole paussia, että käykää vessassa ensin.
After the performance of the oratorio, the audience was silent for many moments. Then suddenly there was a roar of applause. In the short talk that Kaija gave afterwards, she said Esa-Pekka was now grown up. The remark hit home, because when people talk about him, they almost always comment on his eternal youth, and sometimes with malice how it's slipping away. He doesn't seem to care. He says getting older has made him feel freer.
Esa-Pekka's way of conducting my music last night was so extremely touching, because I somehow forgot it was my music. I could so much admire his way to to bring it to life. It was very exceptional.
When you're working with him, it's never about him. You know, most conductors are so freaked out all the time, and the main thing that's going on is, can't you see I'm conducting? You know, and they're like, you know, and they have to occupy the center of the room because they're in such a state. Esa-Pekka can just step back, can allow the space for everyone's performance because he isn't worried about conducting.
This confidence has brought him where he is, and sometimes it is so irritating. That's a thing that I have been very jealous.
When Esa-Pekka is in Helsinki, he is often seen browsing at academic bookstore. Tim Page, the young composer, hangs out there too.
Last time you asked me what is it that keeps me going when I know that composing is so poorly rewarded monetarily, and I decided that what keeps me going is the goosebumps that I get when I hear something that I've written that I actually like, because that's a feeling that I don't get from anything else.
Another place Esa-Pekka likes is a Savoy restaurant. We had a gala lunch there with Petri Komalainen, the young conductor, and talked about the music business.
So there are modern art museums all around the world. There's constantly new paintings, new sculpture, and people go to exhibitions and they desire to see modern art. Why is it then that there's so little modern music? If it was compared to painting, we would need only one museum in the whole world, because we only play the same pieces all over again. If you have some modern piece, it's most likely that you get to conduct that piece only once, and then orchestras don't have the guts to play that because they think they don't get enough audience. There are some conductors that learn only few symphonies, very small repertoire, and they go all around the world conducting those same pieces. Because it's easy. If they have the deal that, okay, learn this Beethoven 5th or Beethoven 4th, when you learn that once, then you can do that all over again, because everybody wants to hear that symphony.